TheraVision stands as an autonomous faith-based broadcaster with a national and international reach. Experience the
Greetings and welcome to our Monday's edition of the News Bulletin here on Luntha Television. My name is Bernard Manza. Our top stories. Pope Francis appeals for warring parties across the world to engage in dialogue and end conflict. Malawi Electoral Commission reiterates calls for traditional leaders to woo people for voter registration. In other news, Harris and Trump teams brace for legal battles if no clear winner on U.S. election night. We now give you the news in detail. Pope Francis on Sunday appealed for warring parties across the world to engage in dialogue and end conflict. The Pope's words came as he greeted members of the Rome Office of Emergency, a charitable organization that provides care to victims of conflict and poverty in 9 countries across the world. The Holy Father noted that the charity upholds Article 11 of the Italian Constitution, which states Italy shall repudiate war as an instrument of offense against the liberty of other peoples and as a means of settling international disputes. Vatican News' Linda Borden filed a report being read in our studios by Helbert Katanda.
Urging all people to remember and put this article into practice, the Pope said the principle should be applied worldwide, and that the war may be banned and issues be addressed through law and negotiations. As always, the Pope asked all believers to join in prayer for the tormented Ukraine, Palestine, Israel, Myanmar, and South Sudan. Pope Francis also turned his thoughts to the people in Valencia and in other parts of Spain who have been struck by catastrophic flooding that has killed at least 214 people and left dozens unaccounted for. The Pope has already expressed his closeness to all those affected by the deadliest flash floods in Spain's modern history, after torrential rains swept the eastern region of Valencia 4 days ago. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez on Saturday said the government was sending 5,000 more army troops to help with the searches and clean up in addition to 2,500 soldiers already deployed. Valencian regional authorities said on Saturday night the total number of fatalities in the region was 211, plus 2 from Castilla and Lancia, and 1 in Andalusia.
Helbert Katanda there, reading a report filed by Linda Borden from Vatican. Presidential aspirant for the UTM party, Engineer Newton Kambala, has told delegates to the party's convention slated for 17th November that the party is not for sale, pleading with the followers not to exchange their vote with money. Kambala, who paraded a procession from Area 18 Freedom Park to the party's headquarters in Area 10, has told journalists that he is ready to govern both the party and the country, but respects the decision of the delegates to the convention that if he is not elected the president, he will duly support the winner. Robert Edward explains more.
Now, a little bit different and quite rare for the politicians, the presidential aspirant for UTM, who just handed over his nomination papers, has told journalists that he's ready to step down if the delegates are not going to choose him at the convention in Nzuzu. He says the party is not for the sale in Lilongwe to this destination, which is the UTM headquarters. This is part of what Kambala said.
His shoes. But considering that I was very close to him, I know exactly what he wanted for Malawians. And I'll make sure I deliver what he wanted to deliver for Malawians for the better of all Malawians, especially in participation in economic activities of this country.
Now, the UTM convention is slated